Hi, this is Val Gray with Gray Idaho Real Estate, and I've got a special report for you today because the July numbers are in, and it really does tell us where we've come in this year compared to other years. The first year I'd like to go back to in comparison is the boom that really happened in 2005 to 2007. We can see that it was driven by investors. Well, this boom that we're experiencing today is driven by homeowners, people who really want to live here in the Treasure Valley area and live in those homes, not just rent them. We're also seeing people buying homes right now, renting them for a season because they intend on living in them. So they're not true investors. Another thing that the numbers are telling us is mortgage interest rates. Those are really fascinating. At the beginning of this year, I predicted that our market value would probably go up between 3 and 5%. But what happened at the beginning of the year after that prediction was that the Federal Reserve decided that they weren't going to boost interest rates. So we expected to be at 5.5% right now, which of course everybody thinks is so horrible. But it really isn't horrible, and I'll show that to you in a minute historically. Instead, we're under 4%. That is what's driving our market right now. That and a very short supply of homes is making our market hot. So let me just go back to those interest rates. In 1981, interest rates were at 16.6. Now, I bought my first home in 1984. In 1984, our VA loan was at 10%. The historical 30-year average of interest rates is 8%. So right now, under 4% again is an incredible interest rate, and that 5.5 wouldn't have been so bad. But with our rising costs because of a low inventory, we feel like more people can buy, because with a high interest rate or a higher interest rate, people can buy less. With a lower interest rate, it actually allows first-time home buyers back in the market, and they are buying for the first time in quite a while. So that's very exciting to me, since first-time home buyers tend to be my first love. Anyway, I want to share some things that have happened in the last 4 years that have happened with new builds, new homes on the market. When I compared what happened in 2016, 22.4% of all the homes that we sold were brand new builds. So that meant that over 75% were resale. Well, right now, presently, as of July, that number has gone to 35.2%. That's a big jump. And I have to say that we have such a limited supply of homes on the market that they are experiencing quite a bit of activity, multiple offers, or the home sells within the weekend. So, that's not going to be true across the board, but it certainly is true with homes that tend to be under the 350,000 mark. And the biggest thing that tells me a home isn't priced right is when it hasn't sold the first week it's on the market. Another little thing that's been going on are factors that are driving the demand for housing. Well, you can buy a house now for much less on a monthly payment than you can pay for rent. Rent is much higher. Right now, as a property manager in the Meridian area, rent is going for $100 per square foot. That is higher than it's ever been. And we do have a shortage of rentals here. So there's a big supply and demand problem there also. So rising rents are driving our real estate market. Another thing that's going on is retired people. They are migrating here. They're seeing that one of the most affordable places to live in the nation, with some of the best conditions, good weather, good restaurants, lots of things to do in our city. They're coming and they are buying. They're buying those new homes. And that's what we're seeing. Another thing that I've experienced personally is that servicemen are moving to our valley. They're being stationed at the Mountain Home area, and they're actually living in the Treasure Valley area. So they're buying and they're moving here. Millennials are finally in the market big time. And they love our interest rates. They love the area that we're living in. There's so much for them to do. Outdoor activities, anything you want, skiing, boating, river rafting, hiking, camping, oh my gosh, all within an hour's drive. That is what's driving the millennials here. And a lot of them work from home. And they've got great tech jobs, and they can just take their money a lot further than working elsewhere or living elsewhere. And then we are seeing a migration from other metros, other cities in our nation to this city because it's affordable, comparatively speaking, much more affordable than a lot of other cities its size. Let me tell you what's going on with our building. Building is taking right now between 8 and 10 months to build. One of the reasons for that is we lack tradesmen. So if you're a tradesman and you're listening to this, get here because we've got jobs for you. Builders are slowing down their building because they don't want to make mistakes. And so they're making sure that things are done right, and they are slowing down the building process. Well, that's the last thing we need them to do. For the very first time in my 15-year career here, I've got 8 build jobs going on. That is a lot for one agent. And that's not counting what my partner has going on. So we just need to build better, but we need to build faster also. There is certainly no overbuilding here. We do not have a lot of spec homes, and those spec homes sell like hotcakes. So we are in a predicament where we not only have low inventory of existing homes, but we have low inventory for building brand new build jobs. And if you want a brand new home and you want to do your own custom building, it's going to take between 8 and 10 months. So let me just tell you that instead of increasing between 3 and 5% like I predicted at the beginning of this year, as of July, the number has proven out that we have increased 10% in our market value. So if your home was worth $250,000 last year, it's worth $25,000 more this year. Now last year we increased 15%. So that means in 2 years we've increased 25%. It's almost becoming unsustainable with our locals. I don't know how much more we can increase and allow them the ability to actually purchase, because it's just pricing them out of their own market. And that breaks my heart. That's not a good thing. Economists debate the reliability of past recession indicators creating instability in the real estate markets. There's speculation that another bubble is coming. I've been hearing this for years and wondering if it's true. So I'm still wondering, is it true? Is our market, is our economy really as good as we think it is? I hope so, but I don't know. And frankly, I don't think really even the economists who are making these predictions really know. So what is going to happen in our future? That no one really knows. But I do know that here in the Treasure Valley, we are doing really well. But we do need to see one thing happen, and that's our local business people have increases in salaries. They need to earn more money. And so I hope that happens. So here's an interesting fact. We tied this year with one other state for the fastest growing states in the United States. There's two of us. Idaho is one, and I bet you can't guess the other. Nevada. It actually really shocked me that Nevada is growing that fast. They have lower prices than we do, but I don't know. I don't know what the big draw to Nevada is. I think that Idaho has so much more to offer. Anyway, this is Val Gray with Gray Idaho Real Estate. If you want to find out what your home is worth, call me, text me, or email me. I'd love to talk with you. Also, I will do a free market analysis for you. And along with that, strategies on how to move forward. If you don't believe you can, I believe you can. So call me. I'd love to help. Thanks.